Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing today? Glad to have you all. Alright, so we have done fractions before. We have also covered some things on fractions of set. Alright, so we're gonna go a little further today, and we're gonna try and understand how these fractions are actually written. So we're going a little deeper into it today. Alright, so let me just remind you. A part of a whole item is usually referred to as a fraction, right? Now in the case of a set of things or members in a set, right, they are whole items or members. Now each of these items or members of the set is considered a fraction, although it is a whole and not a part. Alright, so let me explain clearly or better for you what I mean by this. So I'm going to take a look over here at my whiteboard. Now if you observe, I have a whole circle, one whole circle, and it has been divided into two equal parts. Each part is called 1/2. Okay, so if we look down here now, there's a set. In that set there are 6 whole circles. Now none of these circles have been divided into halves or any fraction for that matter, but instead what we have done here is broken the whole set into halves. And how did we do that? We encircled 3 out of the 6 circles to get half of the amount of circles in that set. Good? So that it could be written as 1/2, or it could also be written as 3 out of 6. Right? And how do we get that 3/6 or 3/6 to become 1/2? Well, if you remember your tables, we think of a number that can divide 3 and 6. The same number. Right? And looking at those two numbers, looking at the numerator and the denominator, in this case 3 and 6, we would say that 3, the numerator above, could be divided by 3, which would leave you with 1. And the 6, which is the denominator, could also be divided by 3, which would give you 2. So if you look over here now, let's take here again. 3 here divided by 3 gives you 1. And 6 here also divided by 3 again gives you 2. So that is how 3/6 becomes 1/2. Right? As we go along, you do some more of this. This is called simplifying a fraction or reducing it to its lowest terms. Right? So let's take a look again. Let's repeat quickly. This whole circle has been divided into half, so we write the fraction 1/2. Down here we have a group with 6 circles, or a set rather, with 6 circles. Half of that set would be 3 out of the 6 circles. We write the fraction 3/6, and we have to bring it to its lowest terms, or reduce it, or simplify it. All of them mean the same thing, don't be worried. So as I said before, we look at the 3, which is the numerator, and the 6, which is the denominator, and we think of one number by which these two numbers here can be divided by and not leave a remainder. So 3 divided by 3 gives you 1. 6 divided by 3 gives you 2. If you look at it, now you see we have half, which represents those 3 circles. In a matter of fact, any of the 3 above could be the 3 colored ones, which would mean half of the set, or the 3 that are not colored, which is still half of the set. So we still have 2 halves. Half that is colored and half that is not colored. Let's just move quickly to another example. In this case over here, we have a box that has been divided into 4 equal parts. We call each one of those parts 1/4. Right? Now we go down here and we see another set. This time there are 8 boxes in that set. Good? Remember we talked about 1/4 up here. So we're going to look down here and see if we can find 1/4. Right? If we're looking at 1/4, we must find fourths or quarters here. Now these two would be 1/4. These two here would be 1/4. These two would be 1/4, and these two here would represent 1/4. So to represent 1/4, I have encircled these two boxes here. Right? Now let's go down here and look at this. These two really means 1, 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 2 out of 8, or we write it 2 eighths. Right? Just as we did before, we are going to think of a number by which we could divide this 2 here, the numerator, and not have a remainder, and this 8 here, the denominator, without having a remainder. Right? So we're thinking of some tables here now. When we think about tables, we're thinking about 2. So if we divide this 2 by 2, we're going to get 1. If we divide the 8 here by 2, we're going to get 4. So again, 2 8 here has been reduced or simplified, right? Which means 2 eighths when reduced or simplified equals 1/4. So if you look, 1/4 of a set, 1/4 of a whole box. Right? Notice that these down here are separate or individual whole boxes, right? So that's the idea here. Right? So it is going to say again, fractions of a set. These are the sets. Right? The sets have, this set rather has 6 members. Half of the set would be 3 out of the 6. This set over here has 8 members, and 1/4 would be 2 out of 8. 2 out of 8, as we say, when you reduce it, you get 1/4. So the real difference here being that this one is, this example here, we have parts of a whole, one whole, whereas in this example here, we have whole things, right, being represented as part of a set, right? So that's basically the difference here. All right, that's all for now. Thank you very much.